This is the Urban Glide Standard Edition by VanPowers. And this is a 48 volt, 14.4 amp hour e-bike. I love the fact that it's a step through. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take this around the city and show you what an urban commuter this could be for you. I mean, I've been riding it around now for the last basically all afternoon, and just been absolutely enjoying it. I was down at the, we have a local community street fair. I was riding it around there. Then I was riding it around the park with Michael just now, and it's quite lovely. Let me just do a couple pointers before we get going here. It has a really lovely suspension. I think it's 80 millimeters with a 30 millimeter play. So it does have that, you know, if you hit a bump, it's going to absorb it quite nicely. And it does have a 500 watt motor at the back, which is all controlled by the throttle right up on top here, which is really nice. And it has 5 levels of power assist as well. So, which is all controlled right here with the controller on the left-hand side. And the display is full color. It's beautiful. And I can read it in this glorious sunshine right now. But before I show you all that fun stuff, let me just tootle around the town and show you what things I like and what I don't like about the Urban Glide. I'm gonna do a little show and tell on the video. The unboxing was an absolute treat. Basically, it's just putting the fender on at the front and putting on the tire at the front as well, testing the brakes actually work, and then actually just going out and, well, first of all, making sure you charge it up, and then it was pretty straightforward. It came, look at these tools. It came in a little nice little foam pack of tools. It's got all the wrenches and the Allen keys and the screwdriver you need to put everything together. Came with a beautifully laid out manual, and it also came with a user guide for the app as well. The VanPower actually has an app, so you'll be able to control things like speed, swatching over to, from imperial to metric, all those sorts of things. So that was pretty straightforward, and I'm just really happy with how simple it was to put together. What it came with as well were 2 keys. And the 2 keys, well, they're copies obviously. The keys actually unlock the actual battery here. So I'm just gonna turn off the power. And then if I turn the key, out pops the battery. And so, you know, if you're looking for security, or if you just, you know, want to keep this downstairs in the garage, but you want to keep the battery inside, or you don't want to bring the bike inside for charging, you just want to bring the bike battery in, you can do that. So you can take this inside and actually charge it right here. Or you can put it back in. Look how fast and easy that is. Slide it in. Done. And you're locked. Of course, you can charge it right here as well, with the battery inside the bike, or as I just showed you, outside of the bike. Anyway, we're gonna keep going, and I'm gonna share with you some more things about the Urban Glide, and what I don't like about it, I'm gonna share that with you too. So as I'm riding around this beautiful vista, this display is absolutely lovely, full color. The sun's beaming down on top of me here, and I can read this without any issue whatsoever. Let's talk about the tires. They're 27.5 inch. The 27.5 inch tires by 2.2 inches, which is sort of a sweet spot I find for, you know, the little concrete gaps and, you know, the occasional pothole, etc. That coupled with the actual suspension is giving me some absolutely lovely, it's really comfortable, really comfortable. And it's got Shimano gear derailleurs, and it's got Shimano's 7-speed derailleur, which is really quite nice, especially if you're going up those types of hills, because you can gear down quite easily. And I really like having the throttle, so that if you do need to go a little faster, just give it the beans. And of course the lights. I'll show you the lights here. Lights on, lights off. I'm not sure you'll be able to see much in this beautiful sunshine, but there they are. I'll turn them on again. Lights are super easy to turn on. Just press the plus up, and there their lights are on. And do it again, and the lights are off. Handy for nighttime. It's not super bright, so if you are going to do a lot of nighttime riding, you're probably going to want to add another light right up here on the handlebars, a little brighter light. But for just casual riding, occasionally getting darker in the evenings type of ride, I think this light would be perfect. And you know what? Other cars and other people out there are going to get to see you, which is what's really important.
Yes, we forgot the word of the day. And the word of the day is polished.
So what don't I like about the Urban Glide from VanPowers? Truly, there's not much I don't like. I mean, it's actually quite a robust e-bike. It's got a really nice luggage rack at the back. It'll hold about 25 kilos. That's what, like 50, 60 pounds. It's not particularly heavy. It's about 30 kilos, which I think is actually pretty light. That's only what, again, about 70 pounds. I think the brakes, maybe they're a little weak, but then, you're only going about 20 miles an hour anyway. So the brakes are, they're fine. I'm actually really, really happy with overall the whole bike. Now, I will mention, while that noisy bus goes past, I will mention that it does come in 2 different sizes. So this happens to be the small. I would probably be better off with a large, I think. So a larger frame. And it comes in 3 different versions. So this is I'll call it the base model, and there are the 2 other versions. The other 2 versions actually even have mid-drive motors and just, slightly nicer in a couple areas. But from this, as a budget bike, or as a budget e-bike, I think this is phenomenal value. 500-watt motor at the back, lots of battery. We're got a big battery up here, 14.5 amp hour battery. It's going to give you plenty of range, and this beautiful display. I mean, as I keep saying, this is really bright sunshine, and I can read this no problems whatsoever. So 2 thumbs up from this big guy. Big guy approved.
Big guy approved.
Urban Glide by VanPowers.